Hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to a brand new video. I thought today's video could be a what I eat in a day / weight loss update, or Mounjaro update should we say. I have been on Mounjaro now for 23 weeks when I'm filming this video, and I have lost 23 pounds exactly. So I'm on average losing £1 a week. I think my first week I lost £5. Some weeks I've lost £0.5 or I've maintained. In fact, a lot of weeks I've maintained actually. Whilst I don't feel like I look that different, to be fair, apart from in my face, I feel like I can tell. I tried on a pair of jeans this morning that I bought and tried on in the changing rooms and wore, I think a week before I started Mounjaro, and I've just never pulled them back out of my wardrobe since. I put them on this morning thinking they would still fit me, and look, so you can see I've definitely lost weight. They were like quite a nice comfortable fit, but definitely didn't look like that on me. It is currently 10:30 and I haven't even had my morning coffee yet. My toddler is a little bit poorly today. She woke up with a bit of a cold. I've popped on Miss Rachel for 10 minutes because I need a brew. So, how gorgeous is this cup? I got this from Aldi Special Buys last week actually. I'm just about to make myself a coffee. Like I said, I'm going to be showing you everything I'm eating today, as well as having a bit of a chat and general update on Mounjaro, because I feel like you've been waiting, especially the subscribers that have come on board since I started Mounjaro, been waiting for an update from me for a while, so I'm sorry that it's taken so long. So when I've done what I eat in a day videos in the past, I've always included on screen what my calorie intake is, just in case people are interested, I suppose. I'm not rigidly counting calories, but I would say from the beginning of this week, and it's Wednesday now, I have taken way more notice of the amount of calories I'm having, just because I have noticed that the scales are sticking so much more now. So I will be including all the calories in this video on screen for you so you can see. But it's worth me mentioning as well that I have lowered my dose back down to 2.5 milligrams. So just in case you are new here, I stayed on 2.5 milligrams for the first 4 months. Then I think it was early January, I decided to move up to 5 milligrams just because I started to see the scales sticking, and I just felt like naturally I should probably move up now, but I actually regret doing that because the suppression was way too strong on 5 milligram for me. I am somebody that still enjoys looking forward to my meals and still wants to enjoy food and still wants to feel the need to cook, because I love cooking. And on 5 milligrams, everybody's different, aren't they? But on 5 milligrams, I just found that I was struggling to get my meals in, and I really wasn't looking forward to anything. I didn't really want to eat out or anything like that. And I thought that that wasn't really a sustainable mindset or a sustainable way to be long term. So here we are back down on 2.5 milligrams, and I've been back on 2.5 for 3 weeks. I've got my double shot of coffee in here, and I'm just going to add my milk, and I will measure this out. That's 50 mils of semi-skimmed milk going in. And now I'm going to show you what I'm having for breakfast. So for my breakfast, I'm going to have just some fruit and yoghurt. I'm going to have half of a banana. The other half Pops will have with her dinner. I've got these really nice strawberries from Aldi, the red ruby ones. These are really good and absolutely huge. And some blueberries. I am also having fat-free Greek-style natural yoghurt. For ages, and in most of my recent what I eat in a day videos, you will have seen me having like the Greek-style yoghurt that had 10% fat in it. But because I'm trying to watch my calories a little bit more now, I've gone for the fat-free version, and I've been adding to it this, which is Supreva vanilla cream flavour powder. This is so nice. So far I've only used it in yoghurt, but it is such a versatile product. You can use it in your baking, you can put it in smoothies, you can add it to your porridge oats. So this isn't just a sugar alternative, it's also got a plant-based fibre in it called inulin. And inulin is supposed to be great for your digestive health. 1 scoop of this is 2 servings. You don't need anything like that if you're adding it into yogurt. It's literally more like that amount that you need, and there's no more than 3 or 4 calories in that amount. If you are somebody who's noticing that your sweet tooth has just gone through the roof since taking Mounjaro, like me, because that mine definitely has, this is just great for curbing those sugar cravings. You don't get that high insulin spike. There's also 3 different flavours to choose from at the moment. There's this one, butter biscuit, and a chocolate one as well. All really, really good, and you could use them in different ways, I thought. Imagine the butter biscuit one in your porridge oats or something. I think that would be so nice, or in smoothies. That would be so good. So yeah, if you're interested and you want to get your hands on some of this, click the link down below in the description box on this video and you can try it out. It is so good. So I've got my scales in front of me. I'm just going to pop my bowl on, thinking about 70 grams worth of yogurt. It's exactly 70 grams. So that's just so you can see what 70 grams actually looks like. Just going to add in a tiny bit of the powder to that. Chop up half a banana, like I said. Do you know what? I've never ever made a smoothie bowl. I really want to start making them. At the moment, my breakfast usually looks something like this, or I add a bit of my my homemade granola that I made in a recent vlog. But I've run out of that at the minute. I need to make another batch. Pop in on strawberry. I'm weighing all this out, by the way, as it's going on the scales, and then just throw a few blueberries in there too. So that is breakfast. Got my coffee here. This on screen is how many calories it's in my breakfast, and I will be back when I'm next making something. Okay, so it is now 12:30. I'm actually getting hungry, which I'm not usually hungry a couple of hours after having my breakfast, but I am today. Anyway, I will be making some dinner soon. I'm actually going to make like an avocado, rice, tuna bowl type thing. I did mention it in my like recent Aldi haul, and I said I would make it on a what I eat in a day video, just so you can kind of see what it looks like, because it sounds disgusting, but it's actually really, really nice and full of protein as well. But right now, because it's 12:30 and this recipe that I'm making for tea takes about 4 hours on high in the slow cooker, I thought I'd better just get it all in now whilst Pops is down for her nap. It is just me and Pops today at home. Tom's actually staying over in London tonight for work. I think it's going to make 4 portions, and it means that I can freeze some as well. And it also means that it's freeing up tea time a little bit more. I'm not stood in the kitchen cooking when I need to be with her, and Tom's not here, you see. So let's move her drink out of the way. I've just filled up my Stanley cup as well because I haven't drank anywhere near enough water today. The recipe that I'm making is from Board of Lunch. It is creamy chicken, leek and bacon casserole. Casseroles are not my favourite thing, and actually slow cooker recipes aren't my favourite. This one, wow, and I definitely need to try more of this guy's recipes, Board of Lunch, because his Instagram page is just unreal. You'll find the recipe for this on his Instagram page. I'll link his Instagram down below in the description if you're interested. Really easy. The only thing you need to prep really is your bacon that goes in, because you can't put that in raw, so that's just frying off now. I'm going to use 400 grams of chicken thighs, so I'm going to get those in. I've got 3 here, and that's 400 grams there or thereabouts. So they're going in. Next, I'm going to add my leeks. So I've just chopped these up. You can use 3 small leeks. I'll just use 2 big ones. For this recipe, you need fresh rosemary, but I'm just using dried because I don't have fresh in. I'm not about to go out and get it, so I'm just going to use a teaspoon of it. Sprinkle that in. A tablespoon of whole grain mustard. Dollop that in. My bacon, it says a whole pack of bacon. When I weighed it out, I reckon that's about 10 to 12 rashers. I've only got 6 here because I opened the pack last night and used that for tea. So we've got our fried off bacon in there. Dried parsley, it says, but instead of putting parsley into this, I'm just going to put parsley in my mash instead. That actually goes with this recipe. So we've got fresh parsley. Fresh garlic, 3 cloves of it, or some garlic puree. I'm going to go with the easy option. Can't be bothered chopping fresh garlic today. There we go, I reckon that's the equivalent. I won't go overboard. 400 mils of chicken stock going in, but you can use 300 mils of chicken stock and 100 mils of white wine, or a bit of white wine stock if you wanted to. And then, oh, I should have put this in first before the stock. 2 tablespoons of corn flour, so that's what's going to thicken it up, mixed with a bit of water so that it doesn't go in all powdery. So I did that last time and it still turned out fine, but still, no, it's better if you make it into like a bit of a paste first. I think that's everything in there, unless I'm missing some herbs. Oregano, oops. A teaspoon, oh no, fresh oregano, but again, I'm just going to use dried, and I did this last time and it turned out nice, so whatever, Trevor, I'm sure it'll be good. So the only thing left to do is to make the mash later on. That's what it looks like when you've got everything in that you're supposed to have in. Pop the lid on, switch it on to high. I do need a new slow cooker at some point. This is about 13, 14 years old. When this has been cooking for 4 hours, I will take off the lid, add in some creme fraiche, which will just be super easy, make a quick bit of mash on the hob, and that's it really. So I'm just going to tidy up this stuff now, make sure I drink a bit of water, and then I'll be back when I'm making something for my dinner, because prepping that has made me really hungry. It is dinner time, and I thought whilst I was trashing the kitchen anyway, prepping tea, I thought I may as well get my spuddies ready for my mash later on, so I chopped and peeled them ready for later. So I'm really like set for later on when she wakes up and I'm on my own with Pops. Definitely being on 2.5 milligrams has made a difference to me actually feeling like I get enjoyment out of prepping food, cooking food, that sort of thing. So I think that's just one thing to bear in mind really. When you are thinking about upping the doses, just ask yourself, am I sticking at the weight that I am and feeling like I need to move up a dose because I'm giving it 100% right now? Because yeah, I don't think I was giving it 100%, whereas I feel like now if I just put that extra little bit of effort in, I'll start seeing those scales move again. Yeah, is it worth moving up the doses and chasing that suppression when really long term, whilst it's good to have that part of your brain shut off that's constantly thinking about food, and I love that side of having Mounjaro, like it's probably the best thing about it for me. Is it worth feeling like you just don't ever fancy anything ever? Because I really, like I said, don't like that feeling. So I'm just sticking with the lower dose and actually trying to just put a bit more effort into stuff like my water intake and things that I definitely have slacked with a little bit. For my dinner, I'm going to make this like spicy, really fresh though, tuna bowl. It's packed full of protein, this, because I use a full tin of tuna. I'm using this rice from Aldi. It's the steamed long grain rice, really nice. It's almost like the Thai sticky jasmine rice. This, I love it. And I don't use very much of this at all. I'm literally going to use a quarter of the pack in the whole meal. The other quarter Pops will have when she wakes up with a bit of avocado, and I'm going to kind of do like a smaller version of what I'm having for my dinner here without the spice. So she'll have that, and then the other half I will pop into a prep tray, and I will have the same thing tomorrow with just my rice cold. I won't reheat this. So that's that. So that's kind of how much rice. Looks like nothing, and you're probably thinking, are you joking? But we're going to have a full tin of tuna, like I said, avocado, lots of other bits. So I buy this ready drained tuna from Aldi. It's a little bit more expensive than the one that isn't drained, but just cuts out all the fat. Full tin of tuna going in here. And how many grams of protein does a full tin of tuna have? Oh, well, I've opened it upside down now, so without tipping it out everywhere and smelling a fish all day, I can't really tell you, but I will tell you in a second. Tuna and rice and avocado and stuff like that does not sound that appetizing, does it? But trust me, try this and you might like it, because it is very, very good. Tom was sceptical until I made him try it, and now he really likes it. It's not going to look the most appetizing either, by the way. So I'm just going to add a tiny bit of the juice from a jar of jalapenos to my tuna, just so it's not dry, and just to give it a bit of spice. I'll mix that in a little bit. So next, you need cucumber. I have just diced mine up, and I've left it on the side for a little bit because I feel like the temperature of food is everything. My rice is quite cool as well. I don't like hot and cold really together. This all just looks better when it's a bit more like room temperature, I think. You might disagree. It's definitely looking a bit more like a proper meal now. And we're just gonna Put a few jalapenos on top. I've just chopped these up. I don't go mad with the jalapenos. You can add as many as you want, but I just find that spice is something that doesn't agree with me that much on Mounjaro. I can't handle spice like I used to. Then half an avocado. So I've just cut it up inside and then it'll come out all in little cubes so you don't end up with a massive chunk in just one place. I wanted to get a picture of this for the thumbnail, but it doesn't look very appetising, so I've not really tried to do much with the presentation. So that's what it's looking like now with the avocado on top. And then all I do now is add my sriracha on top. Oh, let's weigh this out. Thinking 15 grams will go quite a long way, so let's just drizzle it all over. Where's that? Ah, better. 15 grams goes quite a long way, and that is my dinner or lunch, if you want to call it that. I will pop on screen how many calories in this. Let's try a little bit together. A bit of the avocado, a bit of the rice, tuna, a bit of tuna on there too, cucumber. Hello, this has been cooking now on high and it should be done now. It looks done. I'll kind of show you what it's looking like before I put the creme fraiche in. Not that appetising, but this makes all the difference. So let's have a look at the chicken. Yeah, the chicken is falling to bits. So let's put in some creme fraiche now. A tablespoon of creme fraiche apparently, but I like a big tablespoon. Oh, why did I do that? A big tablespoon I'm using. I'm going to mix all that in now. It's not as thick as I remember it last time. But I'm sure it'll be nice. It looks really good, to be fair. My mash is just on to boil now, so I'll show you when I'm dishing it up. The time is 5 o'clock now, so we're going to have this at about 5:30. I'm just going to leave the lid off and hopefully it'll thicken up a little bit anyway before I serve it in about 20 minutes. So this is Popsy's portion. I've just done her some peas on the side because she is a little pea monster, and if she absolutely hates that, at least she'll have some peas. So yeah, she's got some of the casserole there, mash, and some of the casserole. So I'm gonna let this cool down and dish mine up. I'm just dishing up mine now. So in my portion of the mash, I've added a bit of salt, pepper, and I've put the parsley in, just because I feel like she might have thought, what the hell if it had had all parsley in the middle of the mash. I just wanted to make sure that she ate it. I've left a little bit in the pan there, so my portion isn't going to be the exact portion of the calories that's on the recipe on the Instagram page, if that makes sense. That's how much mash I'm having, and I'm only going to have a bit of the casserole, to be fair. So about that much, because I'm not overly hungry. So that's about the portion size that I kind of have for my main meal in the evening, especially if I've had 2 other meals in a day. So yeah, that's kind of all I'm going to give myself right now. If I overface myself, I find that I don't eat as much. So yeah, that is tea. And I will put on screen how many calories I've had, like what my portion is. And then I'll put what a standard portion is as well, so you have both, because that is a bit less than a standard portion, I reckon. I know this really doesn't look that nice, but honestly, you need to try it. It's really, really good. Hello, I look like I am absolutely full of it. I think I mentioned earlier that my little girl's not feeling too good, and I feel like I'm just catching it now, her cold. That will be all I eat for the rest of the day now. I'm just going to try and catch up on my water because I haven't drank anywhere near enough today. The leftovers of tonight's tea I've put in an oven dish because there's absolutely tons of it. I'm just waiting for it to fully cool, and then I'm going to stick it in the fridge because there's enough to make a pie out of this. So I'm going to use the rest of it as a pie filling and then just stick a pastry lid on top. Probably, you know, pre-made pastry, like a puff pastry lid. It's 7:15. I look worse for wear anyway, just because I've been splashed to death in the bath. Bath time was a bit crackers, to be honest. And so was reading before bed. It's usually like a calming time, but now that she knows how to say no and she knows what no means, I will ask her if she wants a book and give her an option of 2 different ones, and I'll say this one and she'll go yes, and I'll go okay, and then she'll go no. So I'm like yes, no, yes, no. Anyway, I've got my full night planned. I am going to go and do some editing of my last vlog that you would have already seen until 9 o'clock, and then I'm going to watch Unforgotten on ITV because I'm up to series 4 now. I've caught up right from the beginning. I think I've only ever got as far as series 3 where I'm up to now, so I'm starting series 4 and I can't wait. So I'm going to watch that in bed at 9 o'clock, stick it on for an hour, and then bed at 10 o'clock I think. So thank you so much for watching this video, everybody. I'm still with Med Express, by the way. I have been throughout the whole time of being on Mounjaro, and I am still injecting in my stomach. I've been doing that ever since day 1. Don't forget to check out Supriva, the vanilla flavour powder that I mentioned earlier on in the video. Any questions, leave them down in the comments for me. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye bye.